Hey guys, it's Lily, and today I wanted to show you my new home planner setup. So I've had a few different home planners over the course of the last year, ranging from a Hobonichi Cousin to a Hobonichi Original to a ring binder. And now we thought we would switch it up and try a spiral planner. So this is actually a Collins, I think it's called a Collins Executive Diary or something like that. I bought this in WH Smith's. So if you're in the UK, you can get them there really easily. I found it after I got home that they have them on Amazon for £10 cheaper. Arg! But I'm happy that I got it when I did, because otherwise I would have had to wait, and having already seen it, I knew that that was what I wanted to put the system in. So this is basically like a Filofax Flex. It's made out of synthetic leather, and it's black. You can see it's just kind of plain. It's got this like Collins logo. Collins is like an office supply. You know, they make diaries and organizers and things like that. And they're sold in like office supply shops. So they're kind of on the businessy end of things rather than the cute, colorful end of things, I would say. But for this, it was perfect, and I'll explain why in a minute. It only comes in black, and it had this spiral bound planner in it, which was, I didn't like at all, but I knew when I bought it that I didn't want to use it for that. I just wanted it for the cover. So like I said, it's like a Filofax Flex, but it's a bit bigger than the A5 size, which is just what I was looking for. So I'll show you in a second why I needed that. So if you open it up, first of all, I've got this planner charm, which this was a keychain, and I took off the actual part that you put the keys on. This is just it's like a Hebrew mystical prayer, and it fits perfectly onto the spiral of this, which is the planner. So it's got a pen loop, and there's nothing here. This is stitched. Here it's got a pocket, and in the pocket I have put an A5 Leuchtturm jottbook. So the jottbooks are thinner than the notebooks. They're the same size. This is a true A5 size. If you compare this to the Hobonichi Cousin, the cover is a bit bigger, but it's this is the same as an A5 sheet of paper, I think, more or less. And I've just put this was a postcard that I liked, and I just washi it onto the front. It's the white one, and I wouldn't normally get white, but I got it with this in mind, that it would be a nice, like, kind of neutral background to put a postcard on. So these ones have got 60 pages, and like the Leuchtturm notebooks, they've got a contents page, and then they have a place to write the date at the top. You can see, if it will focus. It says datum, date, and the pages are numbered, which I love, and I think that's one of the main reasons that I switched from Moleskines to Leuchtturms, because in the UK they're just as easy to get, and I really like the fact that they have numbered pages and that you can put the contents on. So this has got, let's see, the first half is just got normal pages, and the second half has detachable pages, which is perfect because we've transferred over from an A5 Filofax, which I did a setup video on a couple of months ago, and that had like everything from our sort of shared diary, like shared appointments and schedules and that kind of stuff, to attempts at meal planning, which never have gone very well. I'll talk about that more in a minute, and like recipes, and then some reference things, and shopping lists. So this is going to be for the shopping list, and also for notes of like to-dos. This is for appointments. It's got some space for to-dos, but not a huge amount of space. So so basically the idea is that this will be for to-dos, and I've started at the back. So this was tonight. So, and it's nice that it's got the date, so you can label it. So I've just put, these were like kind of joint stuff that we both have to do tonight. Some of it's fun, some of it's not fun, but I just put down everything. So I've got put this postcard on, because I think after I finished work like this, the last few days I've kind of been feeling a bit stressed about all the things that we have to get done in the evening, even if some of them are fun. I just wanted to be able to see in front of me like everything that has to or could possibly get done in the evening so that it's easier to manage. So yeah, and then exercise, do this video, dinner for Tails and Panda, finished drilling our domino, which is another story. We're in the middle of de-ringing an A5 domino, which is very exciting and kind of nerve-wracking, and we had to stop. We got one of the rings off, and then the drill ran out of power, so that's to be continued. It's charging now. And I'm just using the Hobonichi stencil, the blue one. I'll just show you this one. To make the checklist, and I've used the hearts because I've been using Happy Scrappy inserts with heart checklists, and I'm not really a kind of heart type, like I don't really like hearts or but that much, but I've just kind of got into the habit of seeing hearts on things because there's so many heart checklists, so I put those on just kind of for a change from, you know, like a box or a circle. But there are a few different shapes that you can use on these, so I might switch to a different one at some point. So anyway, that's the to-do list, and then there's just kind of space for notes in here. But we're going to use these ones for, or try to keep these detachable ones for things that we might need when we go, because at the moment for the next year we're living in Wales in a sort of remote, like in a little village. And by the way, the internet is much slower than it is in London, and so it takes like 6 hours to upload a video that would have taken 20 minutes in London. I'm not joking. But other than that, I love it here. So when we go to town, we can just attach one of these pages and bring it with us. And then these are going to be for like, yeah, to-dos, and also like shopping lists for like internet shopping. So like we get groceries delivered. So that's what this is for. And I've got, so there's this pen loop here, and it's pretty roomy. I've got a 0.5 friction pen, a purple one. This is the usual one that I use for kind of all of my planners, and it fits with a bit of room to spare. I'm not sure if it's possible to get these outside of the UK. Yeah, so I don't know how relevant this is for you, but I think that this is great because it's very similar to the Filofax Flex, but a bit more structured. So you can, the Filofax Flex is really floppy, and this one is, it's got like cardboard or something in it, so it's kind of more, it's sturdier and a bit bigger. So you can see it fits this A5 really well. It's not too big at all. It just has a bit of space here framing it. And in here I've got, this is a pet insurance form that I need to take to the vet when we, next time we're in London, and I've just put it in there, and that fits really well. So it actually fits A5 paper better than the A5 Filofax Flex, because that's kind of properly just A5 size. So there's really, it's difficult to put in like, you know, pieces of paper that are A5 size because there's no extra room, but this fits it perfectly. So I'm really happy with it. And it's possible that you can get them outside of the UK, but I think Collins is a British brand, so I'm not sure how international it is. Anyway, so on this side I've got the planner, and I'll just take it out to show you. So this is actually the planner that I did a review on, I think about a week ago. It's the Jewish calendar. If you're interested, it's a kind of unusual planner. There's nothing about it on YouTube except for this review as far as I can tell, so I'll link that below in case you're interested. I know that it is not a planner that's going to have widespread appeal, but it's a weekly planner, and we wanted it because it lists all of the Jewish holidays, and it lists Shabbat, like the Jewish Sabbath times. And we thought that for a family planner that would be nice, because, you know, those are things that we keep track of. This was also my my first planner that I had years ago, so it's kind of nostalgic. It's spiral bound, which I'm not crazy about. But other than that, it's really nice, and you'll see when we get into it. So I covered it with, this was wrapping paper, but I just thought that this was a nice design. And I just put washi tape on here, and then, you know, kind of like wrapped it around. And because I didn't like the cover. If you see the original review of this planner, you'll see what the cover looks like, and it's not, I don't know, I didn't really like it. So I like this much better. And I think, yeah, except for the spiral, which kind of bugs me because I don't really like spiral bound planners. Other than that, it's a really beautiful planner. But yeah, the main reason that we wanted to try it was because we thought that it would be nice having a Jewish planner. So on here, I've just kind of made a little dashboard with a Happy Scrappy dashboard. This was from the A5 planner kit. So it just says, be a rainbow in someone else's cloud, and it has monsters. And then I've just got a sticky note and a like kind of page pointer there. And this is the back cover, so I've just done the same thing with the back cover. And then it just slots in here. So there's another pocket here. So it's somewhat different from the Flex in that the Flex has got a pocket here and a pocket here. So you could put like the entire, you could put this cover inside there and have the whole thing just be like have one notebook cover. Like it could basically just could be a notebook cover, if that makes sense. You could put the other cover inside there as well, but this you can't do that. So it has to sort of open like this. But that's fine for our purposes because we wanted to have this in here anyway. And so that means that you just have, you know, like kind of the notes and shopping lists and to-dos over here and the calendar on this side. So that works well. And it even folds back on itself. So you can do that. Obviously, because the spiral bound planner is in here, it won't fold back on itself anymore, but you can write on it like that, so you can kind of make it a bit smaller. Anyway, so on to the planner. And I know this is kind of a bizarre change, I guess. This is sort of an unusual setup, especially going from a ring bound planner. And there were two reasons why we decided to switch. One was that ring bound planners I was kind of curious about them, and over the last few months I've experimented with a few different ones, and James is a big fan of ring bound planners. He was sort of into them. He kind of always wanted to have a Filofax, and when he got one, that was actually how we sort of got into planning the planner, how we discovered the planner community on YouTube, because he was looking for videos about how people had set up their Filofaxes. So he really likes ring bound planners, and he liked having a ring bound one. And, you know, I've always been a bound planner person, but I sort of wanted to try. But it was kind of bugging me having the rings, both because I find the rings annoying just for writing, and also because I like the idea of being able to take the book at the end of the year and archive it. And I know you can, there are ways of doing that with, you know, with binder pages, but it somehow doesn't seem the same to me as just like having a whole book and just taking it and putting it on the shelf. And so when I saw this, we thought it would be nice for a change. And I guess that's the third reason, is that, you know, planner addict, eventually after a while you kind of want to try something new. So this is just a new setup. And so far we're really happy with it. We've had it for about a week. So, so here I just put a list of dinners that we like, and basically I've tried meal planning. At one point I had like a whole Filofax, the Foodafax, which was all like kind of dedicated to meal planning and recipes and shopping lists, and then I consolidated that into our family planner, our home planner, for One Book July, which I think was a really good move because it was kind of unwieldy having a separate binder for that, for us anyway. And we tried meal planning, and what happened somehow with the meal planning is that we could never actually get it so that we made the thing that we said we were going to make. Somehow, like, we were always either like running late, and the thing that we'd picked seemed too complicated, and we ended up doing something else, and then that got bumped, and it just never worked. And it was kind of making me sort of feel like a failure in the realms of meal planning, because we very, very rarely did what we'd set on the schedule. So what we decided to do instead is just make a list of things that we like, because, I mean, you know, I think a lot of you can relate to this. You often, I think, find it's difficult to think of what you want and then like kind of make it. And I often feel like at a loss, like, what do we like? What do we want? Like, what do we have? And so we thought, if instead of planning out day by day, because that was the idea, we were going to like kind of make a list of like, you know, what we'll have for the week, and then you know, this is how you're supposed to do it, right? And then like kind of build your shopping list around that so that you order the things that you need. And I was like, yes, this makes sense. But somehow it just didn't work, and then we ended up throwing things away because we didn't make them when we thought we would make them. So we thought, if we just make a list of like, this is like about 10 things, I think, and they're all like pretty simple. and they're all things that like we know that we like. So if we just kind of like try to get the ingredients for these things, which are quite basic, there's like kale, spinach, mushrooms, and rice, cauliflower mash, Peruvian potato soup, which has like chilies and coriander and lime in it, mushroom risotto, puttanesca pomodoro, like that. They're just things that it's easy to get the ingredients for, and then we don't have to decide on a particular day, but we can just say like we will have the ingredients for these things sort of on any given day. So I've just wash sheet it to this page, which was just had some like publication info on it that we don't need, and it's double-sided. Yay, happy scrappy. So if I'll keep adding to this list, if we like think of other things, discover new things that we like, then it can go onto the other side, and I can just take this off and just like kind of have it you know, taped on the one side. So if you didn't see my review of this diary, it has illustrations of Judaica, and it's very, very nice paper quality. It's like very thick, glossy paper. So it's all like kind of ritual objects and stuff from the Jewish Museum in New York. So it's a nice planner to look at. We've got a few blank pages here because I only got it last week, so, and it started at the end of August. So I haven't done anything with these because the thought of, I thought maybe I could use them for lists, so to like to-do lists or shopping lists, but the thought of like kind of desecrating the pages when for using them for something other than calendar, kind of, I didn't want to. So I might like tip in happy scrappy sheets or something if necessary, but for now I'm just leaving them blank. So let's get to the first week where we started using it last week. And I'm so approaching this in my typical home planner style, which is the decoration style that I think of as Cartoon Hoedown, which is one of the free pieces of music that you get on YouTube. And we just thought it was an appropriate name because that's kind of like what this looks like. And I like this, it makes me happy. And so it's basically, the idea is you just use stickers, you put everything on stickers, which I like because, like, again, for this, we don't have huge numbers of appointments on this, so it works to do that. So these are just stickers. I just covered up the blank pages with the blank days with stickers. This is a week per page, by the way, which is fine for our purposes. And we started using it here. So I did put some to-dos on here. Normally the to-dos will go in here, but it's not like a hard and fast rule. If there are things that we know are going to happen on that day or that we should do on that day, we can put them in here. But when we run out of room, it's like, say, in the evening, you know, if I want to make a list like the one that I showed you, like this one, then it makes more sense to have a whole separate sheet. But it's not like this isn't allowed to have to-dos on it. Anyway, I think most of our to-dos will be in our personal planners, but at the moment I've started using my Hobonichi Weeks, which is my personal planner, but I'm trying not to use it too much for to-dos because it hasn't actually started yet. It doesn't start till the end of November, and I don't want to like kind of run out of space because I started using it a month early. So I'm trying to be careful with the notes pages and putting more things in here than I normally would. So we'll see. After the weeks start, I might not need to put to-dos in here and just keep this for shopping lists. Okay, so this is this week, and this is like kind of the first full week that we've been using it, and it's been working really well. We both like it, and I think the fact that it's in this somehow makes the spiral boundness of it less annoying to me. Because it's like you only see the spiral here, and it kind of feels most of the time like it's this sort of substantial bound system. So yeah, there's some decoration around the sides, but what I do is I sort of don't pre-decorate it except for just kind of putting these around places on the side where I know that I'm not going to be putting any functional notes. So I put in things like take out the recycling, phone the vet about our insurance claim, go to the pub. I went to Welshpool, which is a town like not far from here, on Tuesday. The builder came, things that were arriving. So like kind of appointments that we both need to know about, basically, so we can both check it. So that's the main thing that it's supposed to be for, is like kind of appointments and our schedules. At the moment, because we're both in Wales, I'm not teaching, so like we're both at home most of the time. I'm working at home, but like I'm here, so it's not like we really need to write in schedules. When we were in London, we needed to write in, like when I was. That's Tails. He's sneezing. Zum gesund. You better. He's just sitting behind me on the sofa. But like now we don't really need to write in that much, but we need to write in like when people are like when deliveries are coming and stuff like that. So that's the kind of stuff that we're putting in, and most of these are happy scrappy stickers of various types. And then I've talked about this before in another video, but after the day is done, when I know that I won't need any more room, then I go back and put in decorative stickers just to fill in the space, but I leave them. So like, for example, it's Thursday now. Thursday's pretty much filled up. Friday and Saturday are still blank because, well, there's still some blank space, and I won't put any stickers on them until they're done and I know that I won't need the room. I mean, you can see there's not a huge amount of room on this. Let's see if we go over here. This is a typical day. So like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, that's the amount of space that you get. You can see, and then Saturday is a bit smaller because it's the Jewish Sabbath. So like the idea is that you don't need to schedule as much on Saturday, which is great because that is how we function. Like that, kind of that's like our day off. So, and you're not supposed to write on Shabbat or put on stickers. So that should be left blank until Shabbat finishes when at nightfall. Yeah, so I think there's enough room. It wouldn't be enough room, like as a main planner, definitely, but particularly combined with a shopping list and the to-do list, it works really well. And as this is supposed to be kind of primarily just appointments, and it looks a bit chaotic, but I like it like that. It makes me happy to look at it, and because the spaces are small for each day, there's not a ton of stuff to look at, so it's not like things really get lost. This is my pride and joy. So I made this bookmark. This is my first attempt at customizing a spiral bound planner. Well, this is the first spiral bound planner that I've had in about maybe 18 years. This was the cover of a pack of stickers. It's plastic. There was this like packet of stickers. They're all cat stickers. Let me just show you. These are the stickers that came in this pack. So I was looking for something and I couldn't find anything. Because I don't have a laminating machine in Wales, and I didn't want to just use like paper or cardstock because I thought that would look rubbish and it would end up tearing. And then I found this, and I really like this. It's just like a kind of cool design. Oh, it is Jedi. Someone on Instagram was saying that it looked like Jedi, and I didn't know, but yes, it is. So yeah, so I just punched this with my like 6-hole punch, very laboriously, and then like cut slits in it, and it works. So yeah, that's the page marker. So I'm quite proud of that. And then on the other side, I've just put this reminder of that the bins are Sunday night. That's like the night to take out the recycling, and the bins are only collected every 3 weeks here, so it's actually normally recycling is every week. So then I've just put in recycling there, and James's grandmother is coming to visit here, so I've put that in, and yeah, I've just put like kind of a couple of stickers on the side, but like kind of that's basically it. That's sort of all that we've done so far, but I really like this. I like the feel of it. I like the paper quality, even though I'm not writing on it. I'm writing on stickers, but it's very nice to the touch. And it's got a sort of a variety of either you have like 1 week per page and then a kind of picture, or you have 2 weeks, 1 week per page. So all of the rest of this is blank. And then at the end here, it's got a list of Shabbat and candle lighting times for Jewish holidays. And it's got for like a whole bunch of different cities. So this is London. So I've highlighted London. And then what I've done here is it lists the time that Shabbat starts, and it doesn't list the time that it finishes. And you can kind of guess because Shabbat comes in at 18 minutes before sunset, and it gives you those times because they're precise times. So like, for example, tomorrow Shabbat comes in at 5:13 p.m. And then the time that it goes out, it's, 4:07. I'm reading the wrong column. It comes in at 4:07 p.m. And then it usually goes out like an hour and 5 minutes later. So you can kind of guess, but I've just written in the times. I've covered over one of the other columns, which was, I think, New York. And so I don't need to know that. So I've covered over that column and just written in the times from the internet that Shabbat goes out. So I have precise times. And then it's got this forward planning calendar at the end. So here you get another pocket, and then you get this strap, which it came with a notepad, and I got rid of it because it was just kind of, you know, very officey and not cute. And also because we've got this, you don't need a notepad there. So I'm not sure what to do with this. I'm still thinking about it. So if I think of anything useful to do with this, it would be good for keeping like a little notepad. So if I get one, sometimes the Happy Scrappy kits have like little notepads. So if I get one, I'll put it in here. But at the moment, there's nothing in it. And then this is just our most recent invoice from the internet shopping. Like when they come, when the delivery comes, we usually keep this for a day or two just to make sure that if there's something that we think we ordered and then we find that it's not there, like we don't usually notice when we're unpacking. We might only notice when we're like, oh, didn't we order blah, blah, blah? And then we can check and see if we did order it and they left it off the order and didn't deliver it, or if we just forgot to order it. So that's there. And I'll just like throw that away probably tomorrow. And then I have 2 folders of stickers. These folders are the A6 Hobonichi folders that I got in one of my Hobonichi orders. And I've got 2 of these folders. This is writable stickers, and this is just non-writable, purely decorative stickers. And I just put them in here, so they're like kind of all within easy access. And just closes like that. So yeah, that's how I'm using this, my home planner. I'm really happy with it. I think it's like colorful, it's nice, it's changed from the ring band system. I like the fact that at the end of the year, I know you might be thinking, if you're still using it at the end of the year, because this goes until December 2016. So like, what are the chances that we'll still be using this? I know, but never mind. James really likes the idea of committing to one system and just using it for a long time. So we're going to try to do that. Like I said, I love this. I love everything about this except the fact that this is spiral bound. I would be completely 100% happy with it if this were just bound, like book bound. But sometimes you can't have everything. So yeah, the fact that it's a kind of specifically Jewish planner, that was what sort of made us decide to use it, because otherwise I would use like a Leuchtturm or some other book bound planner, I think. But yeah, that's how we're using it. So we're going to try this for now and see how it goes, and I will keep you posted. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'll be back again soon with some more videos. So stay tuned, and I'll see you soon. Bye!